Your experience, obviously, having played deep against this Los Angeles team in terms of the heaviness and how hard they press down low, what can you relate might apply to this game here tonight?
If you let them, if you're stalling pucks, they're just too structured and too big and strong. So you have to stay moving, especially in the offensive zone.
Puck possession, obviously huge. I enjoyed watching you out and working with a whole bunch of new centermen. How different is it from one team to the next as you get to trade secrets?
Everybody has their own way of doing things. I think you got to play to your strengths is the most important part. Certain guys are better at certain things on face-offs, especially. It's a very nuanced thing. You need to figure out a way to find what works for you, and it's difficult. And then again, if it's not working against another guy, you need to figure out a new way. So you got to have a few clubs in your bag, so to speak, and obviously I think the timing's always the biggest, most important part.
Yeah, and in many regards, it's like a rugby scrum, isn't it? You're just part of that whole group out there, and you're going to need some help from the side.
Well, it can be, and later in the year, and face-offs get more important. It turns more into that. There's a lot of cheating going on. There's a lot of, you try to get a little bit of an advantage, and you need to know how far you can take it before you get kicked out. But there's a lot that goes into it. Some nights you're hot, some nights you're not. But you got to figure out a way to at least scramble a puck and make sure that you can give your line mates a chance to pick it up for you.
Yeah, refreshing talking with some of the new kids and getting to know them. It was fun watching you and Mitch out there and a few of the others as well.
Yeah, I'm just trying to. I'm asking them what we're doing, and certain drills. It moves pretty quick once you get this far in the season. You get your routines, and practices are up tempo and quick, which is great. But if you don't know exactly where you're supposed to be, it's you grab the closest guy and try and figure it out.
Brian, you come into a room that there's not a ton of playoff experience or even playoff race experience. I guess from your experience, what is it like this time of year? What does it take to kind of get over the hump during a stretch drive?
Oh, it's always the details, I think. It's small things. As the season progresses, later in the season, it becomes, I think, more 2-1 games, 1-0 games, low-scoring games. Teams are trying to be attentive to their own end and not give up much. The stakes are raised, even though it's still the same 2 points as there is in October and November. But for whatever reason, you go through those growing pains. Teams are more structured. They're finding their structure and their rhythm. I think for the most part, you have to earn your breaks this time of year. Teams aren't going to give up much. That's the biggest thing. And it progresses all the way through from March, April into May and June.